Good morning, elevation dwellers. My name is Ira, and welcome to my channel. It is 7 o'clock right now. I have just completed 5 hours of my manifestation meditation. After meditating and focusing so hard on my mission, it is now time for breakfast. It is super important to nourish your bodies with all of the things that are essential to our development and well-being. I have been having this juice for breakfast for 2 weeks, and I've literally been satiated and satisfied all day. Like, this is literally the only thing I drink. So yeah, it makes me feel absolutely amazing. And I'm not like telling you what to eat, definitely this is just my journey. This is just what's making me feel absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not telling you to try it. I'm not suggesting you should try it, but like, try it because it makes me feel amazing. So this juice is actually full of superfoods that keep you satiated and gives you all the nutrition that your body needs with 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugars. And you may be asking yourself, well, what's in this fantastic looking juice that makes it so amazing? Well, maca, matcha, turmeric, chili pepper, snake oil, essential snake oils, prehistoric deep sea plankton, organically sourced coal powder, and cacao. The secret to this super duper juice is adding just a teaspoon of mercury. Some of you may know that the Chinese emperor who began researching the Chinese medicine practices, the Yellow Emperor or Huangdi, has made a whole research about mercury and its contribution to immortality. Some people think that he died of mercury poisoning. That's actually a pharmaceutical conspiracy. They don't want you to be healthy and live forever and look amazing, you know what I mean? So believe you me when I tell you that Huangdi is in fact still alive and thriving. We even FaceTimed last night. So without any further ado, let's have breakfast. I feel full already, you guys. If you want to try out this juice, which I'm not saying you should, but like, you should, check out the link in my description box for 3% off your next mercury order. Make sure to use the discount code DELUSION. I really hope that video made you cringe as much as I did editing it. Hey there, how are you? My name is Ira. Welcome to my channel. As you may have guessed by the super cringy intro, today I will be talking about wellness gurus, social media influencer gurus, whatever the hell they're called. As per usual, I'll be discussing one case study which demonstrates all the things that, in my opinion, are wrong about the wellness movement. So without any further ado, let's paint an essay. Physical and mental health, or wellness, is something we are all struggling with to some extent. The search of many for overall stability and a sense of fulfillment gave birth to an industry dedicated to making us feel better, or at least dedicated to make us want to pay money for the chance of feeling better. While in the past, people would venture on to degrees in psychology or medicine to possess the ability of treating the different discomforts of the body and mind, nowadays it is possible to obtain all sorts of certificates online for less money and even lesser time. While 2-week courses might not teach you all you need to know to safely give nutritional advice, heal a wounded marriage, or preach how to gain the confidence one needs to achieve their dreams, they still are enough to encourage many in reaching out to all sorts of quacks for a chance to obtain whatever it is they feel they lack. Not all wellness quacks decorate their office walls with framed certificates of a prestigious 2-week online nutrition course or life coach diplomas, however. In fact, many of them, and arguably the most influential, don't have an office at all and will broadcast their dietary and life advice for millions to observe from the comfort of their expensive yet minimalistic $1,000 Buddha statue decorated homes. The wellness community on YouTube is an endless rabbit hole featuring beautiful people with glowing skin, shiny hair, and washboard abs who nourish their bodies with Instagrammable yet completely unsustainable diets, and their minds with a one-of-a-kind philosophy that is a variation of everything you have already heard before. They partner with companies to sell you $50 mushroom tea packs, a price certainly justified since it has health benefits so great they aren't even mentioned on their website. But you know it's legit since they use science to back up their claims. The best news is that you don't really have to worry about the science, just take their word for it, and even if you don't want to take their word for it, well, you kind of have no choice because no trace of scientific evidence can be found on their website. But the people who swear by these products and philosophies to their hundreds of thousands of viewers look so happy, so really, how much further evidence do you need? Diving into the world of health and wellness on YouTube will have you convinced in no time that the path to an unrestricted, healthy body lies in an extremely restrictive diet, and the path to a free and enlightened mind passes directly through extremely expensive online courses. You will soon become aware that a slice of bread might kill you. Cooking with olive oil can give you cancer. In fact, cooking your food altogether will lead to your premature demise. Ignore the academia and scientific research that states otherwise. You will quickly find out that science is not your friend. You will part with a large slice of your income to learn how to thrive financially by individuals with no qualifications whatsoever. You will learn that your silly body doesn't know how to expel toxins, despite of having organs with that sole purpose. And you must help it to do so by going on a week-long juice cleanse and 25-day fast. And that if you don't like your eye color, that's fine because you can change it by eating a raw vegan, low-fat, no-protein diet. The word that might come to your mind at this point is most likely yikes. But don't be so close-minded, you logical, cynical person. Everything you learn on the internet comes with some sort of scientific proof, even if the citation you are referred to is a dodgy-looking blog written by someone with no apparent scientific background. But all of that really doesn't matter. You know how science is. Virtually any claim can be backed up with cherry-picked studies, and every proved argument has 20 proved counter-arguments. What cannot be doubted at all is how happy, healthy, and beautiful these people are. And they say they feel so absolutely, completely, undoubtedly amazing. Well, at least until they change their crazy diet to a different crazy diet, because that former crazy diet actually made them feel really sick. Despite the fact that they told you all about how absolutely wow they felt while being on it. But no worries, this current crazy diet truly does make them feel absolutely, completely, undoubtedly amazing. Wait, oh, they changed it again, but this diet, unlike the previous amazing diet, really does make them feel great. I know it seems peculiar that they change their diet so often, even though they feel so superbly well, but what reason do they have to lie about their well-being? It's not like they make money off of it. Oh. While it may seem intuitive that individuals who profit off of how healthy they appear, or at least how healthy you perceive them to be, might not be completely truthful regarding their well-being, influencer cast an interesting spell over their viewers that often hinders that intuition. We may become invested in their journey, feel like we know them, and most importantly, feel that they care about us. This leads us to either look the other way when they make a mistake, such as scamming their audience, even if they don't take accountability for it, and we feel like whatever they do, they can't do no wrong. Or it can make us feel personally betrayed and outraged by their shortcomings. The self-proclaimed wellness influencers take advantage of the first group both monetarily and in terms of their image, for they know that their die-hard fans will purchase whatever they sell or endorse and will do their explanations for them in case they get into hot water. They will focus on the positive comments and label all criticism as hate. The biggest issue is that it seems like aside from utilizing their following to further their economic growth and social media career, these health gurus truly care very little for their followers. One example for such wellness guru is Elise Parker, formerly known as Raw Alignment. Alyse started her YouTube career around 2015, and her content at the time revolved around minimalism, positivity, and a raw vegan diet that mainly consisted of fruit. As her following grew, she began building her brand Raw Alignment, which was dedicated to spreading the word of how to achieve a healthy body and mind. She would share her diet and fitness routines and her philosophies on how to build healthy relationships and heal disordered thought patterns. She would update her growing audience each time she changed a restrictive diet to another one and talked about how great each diet change made her feel. The only exception to this healthy body, happy mind image was a video from May 2018 in which she talked about health problems from what she believed to be toxic mold exposure from living in a humid environment. Some questions were raised regarding the validity of this belief, as many speculated that the symptoms Alyse claimed to experience are common symptoms of malnutrition. In 2019, she talked at length about some very concerning health problems she now claimed to have been experiencing for years, but luckily, eating 8 ounces of salmon one night made her several-year-long health struggle go away overnight. Later the same year, she began eating a mostly animal product diet, then ate a carnivore diet for 1 month, then went back to eating some carbs, and each time claiming she feels wonderful with the changes.
I would really like to be eating all fruit with little to no avocado in my diet, just because whenever I do have a little bit of fat, I kind of feel more heavy. I feel like cloudy in the head. I just don't feel as energized or as clear-minded and light on my feet, because I know that I personally feel better with a high carbohydrate diet, with eating mostly fruit. The first week that I was here at the farm, I had only fruit and I felt fucking awesome. I just want greens and fats, like avocado and cashew sauce, and kind of it. I feel like I'm more sustained with energy. Like, I'm not having like a 32-ounce smoothie of strictly bananas anymore. I feel like looking back, I was a little bit like up and down with energy. In general, I'm eating way higher fat, and I feel incredible. I also felt incredible in the past eating very high carb, high fruit with very low amounts of fat, and my body just doesn't want that anymore. My body is thriving on the food that I'm eating right now, and I'm so happy about it. My protocol from all of the candida mold situation is going really well. And some of the symptoms that I was experiencing, as I said, progressively getting worse over the past couple of years, were migraine headaches, chronic sinus congestion, brain fog, memory loss, appetite loss, extreme appetite loss, inability to articulate myself and communicate properly. I started to realize that my internal environment, the food that I consumed, could kind of turn on or turn off the intensity of these symptoms. At this point, it had been so far past a chronic health condition. Like, it had been years, aside from the 8 months where like I was doing better, but still not quite there. Like, it had been years that it was progressively getting worse, that I've been dealing with this shit for. Like, I used to do jumping jacks and push-ups to like get my heart rate up to clear out my congestion before filming videos for like a long time. I tried salmon. I had 8 ounces of salmon one night, and I woke up the next morning with 0 congestion and 0 brain fog, 0 migraine, 0 lack of clarity. I felt the best that I had in probably like 3 years. And I was kind of like, what the fuck? And the main mental change I experienced was having way more stable energy and focus throughout the day, like literally every day. And before starting this challenge, I was eating a pretty balanced diet, including meat and plants and things like gluten-free bread and dark chocolate. And I remember feeling my energy fluctuate during that time, and I would like randomly crash after meals, especially if they were carb heavy. And that didn't happen to me at all in the past 30 days. So that was definitely super helpful for my productivity.
By 2018, she was holding yoga/wellness/self-love retreats. This particular one was scheduled for July 23rd till July 28th, so 5 days, and cost only $1,700. She has also launched a 10-week video course that cost $3,000, where the participants would learn about the law of attraction, how to build confidence, and a healthy attitude towards money. Because nothing says healthy money habits as throwing $3,000 at an influencer with no degree or credentials, but I digress. Currently, she offers the Confidence Mastery course, which is a redacted version of the $3,000 course for only $797. Many have felt that all these retreats and courses were a cash grab and that she was taking advantage of her fans, being willing to pay any crazy price just to spend time with her and support her. In fact, the biggest selling point to her $3,000 online course was that it would include one-on-one mentorship videos with Elise herself once a week, i.e. 10 video calls in total, between a fan and their idol, which makes it a tad more understandable, as I could see myself paying for the opportunity to have 10 video calls with Stephanie Harlow that will allow me to pick her beautiful mind about anything true crime. Only problem is, participants of this course have since come out and revealed that only 1 out of 10 of these one-on-one mentorship calls ended up taking place.
The main reason I was dissatisfied is because she advertised the course, as a person one-to-one mentorship. But in reality, it wasn't that. Alyse offered one-to-one calls, and we had to sign up on a document to claim a time and date. I did that every week and was only offered a one-to-one call twice. Once with Alyse and once with Monica. The anonymous source said it cost $3,000, and no, I haven't really talked to her since it ended. I tried to DM her, but she always leaves me on read. We were expected to do homework every day and share it in a Facebook group about it, film check-in videos, and attend every coaching call. I was doing something for the program every day for 10 weeks. I learned a lot about myself and grew in some aspects of life. I also made great friends, but I probably won't do it again, and it definitely wasn't worth $3,000.
They were required to post journals on the social media of the course daily and do several hours of work by themselves each day. To supplement the non-existing mentorship videos, Alyse shared one video with the participants in which she shared that she was absent because she decided last minute to go to Burning Man, where she met a guy and fell in love, and went on a long monologue talking about herself in irrelevant ways that have nothing to do with the material of the course.
Alyse then does this video saying how she's had this mental week at Burning Man, that she's super in love, that she's, split up with her ex, got with this new guy, and then she has to manically get ready for a retreat in Hawaii. So I'm going to show you some snippets from this leaked video so you can get a sense of where Elise's head was at when she should have been being a better mentor, being a teacher, being on the one-to-ones, and if it was actually really appropriate or professional for her to be sort of sharing this information. I say no, and also it kind of shows that she's trying to create this bond with people that obviously love her, care about her, her fans. She sort of starts it off with, I'm going to tell you something I haven't even told my closest friends before, so weird that you would go and then tell random strangers on the internet. Anyway, enough of me chatting away, let's get into the leaked footage.
Okay. I'm going to talk about my experience at Burning Man. So ever since sometime last year, maybe the year before, ever since I heard about Burning Man, I knew that I was going to be there at some point. And this year, I knew it was going to be this year when the time came around. So the opportunity arose for me to be a part of a group that was going. And I went with my friend Rachel, my friend Amy, my friend Hunter, and then this guy Luke that I didn't know yet. But he was friends with Amy and Hunter. So yeah, so I knew that I had to trust the feeling that I was meant to be there for a reason. And so I got all prepared, I got all the things. There's a lot of systems that have to be in check to just go out into the desert and have everything that you need for the week. So yeah, we stayed in an RV, me, Rachel, and Amy, and the guys stayed in like a little Sprinter van. And so we traveled there together, and I've only talked to like a few of my closest friends about what I'm about to share with you. So I feel vulnerable.
Imagine paying for a university course that includes both daily self-studying from a textbook as well as a lecture with the professor once a week, to then have the professor only show up to one of the 10 classes, demand you to post daily about how great their course is on social media, and then give you a bonus lecture in which they spend talking about their stamp collection, love for salsa dancing, shell food allergy, and their favorite bistro for date night with their spouse, instead of teaching you what you paid your hard-earned cash to learn. In my personal opinion, Alyse should really utilize the law of attraction to manifest herself some professionalism as well as accountability. Many valid complaints that were brought to her attention regarding the negative influence that broadcasting her extremely restrictive diet has on her audience were brushed off by her with statements such as, "I never tell people what to eat," or "I am and always was just sharing my journey."
This is my story, and I am not sharing to try to convince anyone of anything. It's more of like a documenting my journey type of thing.
As if it isn't completely obvious that talking at length about how absolutely fucking amazing one feels in a papaya and banana smoothie diet will inspire their impressionable viewers to try it out for themselves.
Raw Alignment still has videos like these up and monetized where she eats a very restrictive diet with very little calories. It's mostly avocado, crackers, green juice, and salad. She still has videos up and monetized like these when she was still eating mostly fruit. On this day, she ate only a fruit smoothie, coconut water, more fruit, and a salad with a date tahini zucchini dressing. This is ridiculous. It's so low in calories and protein and calcium and zinc and iron. On and on. Here's another one that it's just fruit. She just eats fruit. But my favorite is this one where she eats a banana spinach date smoothie, banana ice cream with more fruit, of course, berries, and shredded coconut, more fruit, sun-dried tomatoes dipped in tahini, cucumber noodles with a basil avocado pesto, if you can call that a pesto, in lettuce leaves. And this video is called The Best What I Eat Video You Will Ever See.
To me personally, it always feels like a cop-out to present your diet on the internet for everyone to see, but then claim that you are only sharing your journey and not responsible for any fan who might want to play copycat and end up hurting themselves.
Look at this comment. A 14-year-old was getting diet advice from someone who changes her diet constantly and seemingly hasn't eaten a balanced meal in years. But it's fine because Alyse isn't claiming to have everything figured out. It's just her own personal journey.
You can't claim to want to influence people and help them achieve their goals to then reject any negative influence your platform has had on people from your audience that love you so much they want to eat like you. Like many influencers, she appears to respond to criticism with passive-aggressive videos in which she gaslights her fans, and to add insult to injury, she doesn't seem to value the very core of her fans who were willing to part with large sums of money to support her and connect with her and felt taken advantage of. Those who complained about her courses have either gotten ghosted by her or were offered a free application to the shorter version of the course they've already taken, paid for, and were unsatisfied with, which is just shitty on a personal level as well as on a business management level, because this is really poor customer service. And it does seem to me that while she started building her brand with a sweet nature and good intentions, as it grew larger, she lost the sense of her mission and instead chose to capitalize and monetize on the idea of being a leader and having a mission.
And myself and the importance of what I'm doing in this world, and my strength going to energy work, hypnotherapy, and like really doing my inner work in order to stay strong as a leader and keep doing what's important here. It honestly just comes down to my mission. Yeah, the drive to support others and to share all of the things that have supported me. It's like, I want to give that so much. I would say the reason it feels so easy to stay motivated is because there's such a strong mission behind it.
And that, in my opinion, is the main problem with these wellness gurus. Instead of being motivated by truly improving people's lives as they claim, it is clear to see that what motivates them is money, influence, and portraying themselves as revolutionary leaders with a messiah-like mission. In reality, there is nothing revolutionary about what they do. They put on a facade of healthy, happy, confident success stories to push whatever it is they want to sell or endorse, when in reality they're often struggling with their health and self-image, which is obvious considering their inability to handle criticism. Selling overpriced programs that consist of generic teachings you can easily find for free is not revolutionary. Endorsing restrictive purity diets and pseudo-supplements and treatments to young, impressionable audience is not a great mission. Blinding yourself to the truth in constructive criticism is not leadership.
Let that sink in.
It is fair to say that at this point, many people are aware that especially when it comes to social media, not all that glitters is gold. It is becoming more and more intuitive to doubt the manner in which things are presented to us. However, wellness and health are one of the topics in which we all might find ourselves being naive and impressionable about, at least to some degree. One of the reasons for that is that we are all sensitive to the topic of health, physical and emotional, even if we don't all lead health-conscious lifestyles. People who smoke and have poor diets and don't exercise don't do so with the purpose of getting ill. Another possible reason is that nutritional science is extremely complex, and it is true that almost any health claim can be somewhat backed up scientifically. Most people who are physically and emotionally health-conscious don't venture on to have degrees in nutritional science or psychology, and probably don't have the time to spend their days reading hundreds of articles and studies. And when it comes to emotional well-being, we all struggle to some extent with our emotional health. Most people don't live in financial abundance. All of this makes us extremely vulnerable to healthy-looking individuals with large social media followings that use big words like gluconeogenesis or phrases like societal preconditioning with eloquence and reassuring smiles while holding colorful smoothie bowls to the camera, display a beautifully decorated home in the background. The problem with these wellness influencers is that despite appearances, digging deeper, or as deep as their content allows us to at least, it is obvious that for the most part, the majority of them don't know what they're talking about, and their relationship with whatever they advertise, for example nutrition, is far from healthy.
First of all, hopefully a lot of us have learned that the people you follow online are not always truthful with you. People who make money off of your perception of how healthy they eat, people who make money off of your perception of how good they feel, have many reasons to lie or mislead you regarding any health issues that they may be experiencing.
And then we get to the point where the I'm no longer vegan video comes out and they say, oh, I've just been getting progressively worse and worse for years. I've been suffering. Well, really? See, if I'd known that, maybe I wouldn't have used your coupon code for Four Sigmatic, or forced myself to stick to the sprouts, tahini, and zucchini noodle diet that you've been promoting for the last 2 years.
So why are they telling us what to eat? Well, they aren't, technically. When faced with criticism regarding the negative influences they might have on their viewers' well-being, they will often answer that they are not in fact telling you how you should eat or which is the healthiest way to eat. They are just sharing their journey to how they got to looking and feeling so absolutely amazing.
And I'm in no way saying that this is how you should be eating or even the healthiest way to eat at all. I'm basically just sharing the diet that completely changed my body.
They are not scamming their audience with overpriced courses they are not qualified to give. They are simply sharing their fortune cookie wisdom to help the world and fulfill their purpose of being a leader. And their audience is free to do what they want with their money. They are happy to reap the monetary rewards and clout of influencing people, of course. But when it's brought to their attention that they might be doing so in a negative manner, they believe that a 3-second disclaimer washes their hands clean from any negative consequences. The thing is, you can't have your sugar-free matcha cake and eat it too. In general, there's nothing wrong about using a large social media following to build a business or develop a product and profit from it, but you need to actually work hard to make sure the product is genuinely good and that it is worth the money of your customers, especially when those customers consist mainly of your young and impressionable audience. But time and time again, we see influencers skipping the phases of attaining the qualification that is required or the professional knowledge needed and instead take every shortcut possible to put out some half-assed, barely put together product, overpricing it beyond the point of logic, and then wave the victim of online hate flag each time they are being held accountable. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed the topic at hand. I hope you found it interesting and amusing, I guess. I also hope that you enjoyed the painting process of this, I don't want to call it piece. I didn't even finish it. I don't really like it, but that's fine. It happens. But there you go. Let me know your thoughts on the topic below. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like this type of content. Stay home, stay safe. Definitely don't drink mercury. And I'll see you next time. Bye.